Good evening, everyone. This is BremSter, and tonight I'm coming to you with Great Scott 1.21 gigawatts. That's not the gigawatts. I can't remember how they stated in the movie. What I think they say gigawatts. What's a gigawatt? Da, 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 da. Anyway, this is by Christounet. And this is a puzzle. I've been getting some harder submissions or recommendations recently, and this apparently is one of them. Yeehaw! Yeehaw. I don't know what I'm in for, apart from the fact that a flux capacitor is not going to be something simple to understand is all I'm expecting. So let's have a look at it. What's going on the channel? I'm hoping to record enough that I will not need to take a break, although I'm taking a break. I'm going away for a fortnight. I'm hoping I will record enough puzzles that I will not need to have a gap or anything. We'll see how it goes. Maybe I can fill it with some very old puzzles from the back catalogue that are unlisted on the channel. We will see. Let's have a look at 1.21 gigawatts. Normal Sudoku rules apply. So in every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. We have arrows in the grid. So these are arrows. Diagonals first. On the blue diagonals, digits may not repeat. So on these 9 cells, we may not repeat digits, and they're 9 different cells. So they will contain the digits 1 to 9. The same in the other direction. My phone, of course, has just buzzed, and no repeats on that. Sorry, I had a message I needed to look at. Arrows, so the digits placed on an arrow, the sum of those goes into the arrow circles. Renban, on these purple lines, each of these purple lines contains basically a set of consecutive digits in any order. So these 2 digits will be consecutive. These 2 digits will be consecutive. These might be 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I hate these dark colors because I can't read the 2. Like when I look at that, the 2 is invisible to me. But if these were 1, 2, 3, that would be a set of consecutive digits. Similarly, 3, 4, 5 would be a set of consecutive digits. 3, 5, 8 is not a set of consecutive digits. German whispers. Adjacent digits must have a difference of at least 5. So any 2 digits, cells connected by a green square must have a difference of at least 5. Digits in the grey square, which I assume is this, is even. Digits in grey circles are odd. So for clarity, the little white rectangle is the only cosmetic to make it look like a switch. So, okay. But I'm assuming this is the grey square, and the 2 arrow circles, row 1 and row 1, column 9, are odd. Okay, so those are odd. They're the rules of the puzzles. I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. So this can't be 3. In fact, these all see each other. So these are 3 digits that all see each other because they are on a diagonal. So the minimum they could be is 1, 2, 3. So the minimum this could be is 6. So this would be 6, 7, 8, 9, but it can't be even, so they're 7 or 9. Similarly here, 1, 2, 3, so this is 7 or 9. Now, what can I do with that? It means I can't put an 8 on either of these Renbans, doesn't it? That's interesting. I think 8 has to go in one of these 2 cells. And it'll be the same over here. The reason is German whisper line. A German whisper line, you can never put a 5 on a German whisper line. So, this is interesting. You can never put a 5 on a German whisper line, because a 5 on a German whisper line, the 5 difference, you either have to add or subtract 5. If I add 5, I'm at 10 or higher. If I subtract 5, I'm at 0 or lower. Both of that is wrong. No, they're not Sudoku digits. So, if I put a low digit on the line, every digit will exist either below 5 or above 5. If I put a digit below 5 on the line, the digit next to it can't also be below 5. Man, I hate these really dark lines. They just make pencil marks impossible to read. Then the maximum difference here is 3. So this doesn't work. So the digit next to a low digit would have to be a high digit, 6, 7, 8, 9. And so one of these digits, basically where I'm coming from, is one of these digits is low and one of these digits is high. And one of these digits is low and one of these digits is high. But these are coloured the same. So whichever one this is the same, because if this was low and this was high, these are consecutive. And I can't make 1, 2, 3, 4 consecutive with 6, 7, 8, 9. So these are both the same and these are both the same. But I've got 2 high digits on these lines. One of these has to be a 6 because, and I can't put an 8 on this line because an 8, no, I can put an 8 on the line. This was an incorrect deduction. Because the 8 could go next to the other digit from 7 or 9. So I made an incorrect deduction. But one of these is 7, and whichever one is 7 makes the arrow 1, 2, 4. And whichever one of these arrows is 1, 2, 4 means that one of these digits is 1, 2, 4, and these are therefore low. And therefore, whatever is next to low is a high digit, and what is ever next to a high digit is a low digit. So these are all from 1, 2, 3, 4. And one of these is from 1, 2, 4. It's the same here. I don't know which way they go. One of these is high. One of these is low. And the high digit would be, and there must be an odd and an even. So whichever one is high must contain the other 7 or 9. So if I put a 7 here, it would have to, so say this was a 7, because if, say I put a 7, make this a 9, and one of these has to be a 7 though, doesn't it? Yes, because I have to put, this is 8 or 9. Let's just state that for a fact. And it's not 9. This is an 8. Oh, that's cool. So the reason I was saying this is 8 or 9 is if this is a 6, the only digit 5 away from 6 is 1. So all of those would have to be 1. That doesn't work. If it's a 7, the only 2 digits that are 5 away from 7 are 1 and 2. And all of those 3 would have to be from 1 and 2. It doesn't work. So this has to be from 8 and 9. But if one of those has to be a 9, and whichever one of those is a 9 sees that, that's an 8, which means none of these are 4. This is a 1, 2, 3 triple. So there's a 4 in one of these two, for whichever one of these is a 7. And now, no, but where was I going with this? Whichever one of these is high has to have the 7 or the 9 on it that isn't in. If this is the 7, this is a 9, and there must be an odd high digit on one of these. Now, if it was 7, 6, that wouldn't work. No, it would work. Maybe. If it was 7, 6, this would be 9. The 6 would put 1 up here because it'd be 7, 6, 1, 2. The minimum here would be 3, 4. This would be 7. So if these would be 1, 2, 4. But one of these is a 7 with a 1 and a 2 off the line, which means there's a 3, 4 as the low digits, which means there is a 9 on the line, which means it'd be 9, 8. So one of these does have an 8 on it. So one of these is 8, 9, 3, 4, because the 7, no, that's not true. The 7 is going to have the 4 in the box because I can't put the 4 there. So the 7 has the 4 in the box. And the 9 So the 7 has the 4 not on the lines, because the 7 needs it, and the 9 can't have the 4 on the lines, because the only thing that can go next to 4 is the 9s. So the things on the line with the 7 is 1, 2, 3. But if there's a 7, the 9 must be on the line. It becomes 9, 8 with 1, 2, 3. So with the 7, we've got 1, 2, 3, 8, 9 on the line. And the 6 isn't on the line. So the 6 would be in one of these two. And with the 9, is it this? Because this is 6. This is a high digit. Because the minimum, this is 6, 7, or 9. So this is a low digit, 1, 2, 3, 4. Which means can these all be low is the question. If this is 1, 2, 3, the minimum here would be 4, 5. This can't be a 1. If this is a 1, this is 1, 2, 3. The minimum here would be 4, 5, and then this would have to be 9, 0. There's no 1 here. I can't put a 1 on this line at all. I can't put a 1 on this line at all, because then this would be 1, 2, 3, 4. The minimum here would be 5, 6. That's broken. The 1 must be on the arrow. There is no 1 here. But that means if this can't be a 1, this can't be a 6. This is a 7 or a 9. I've got so many 7 9s pointing into this box. One of these two is a 1. If this is a 2, it's now 2, 3, 4. This would be 1, 5, which is 6. So this would be 1, 5, 3, because 1, 5, 2 would need that to be 8. If this is 7, 2, this can't be 7, because if this is 7, 2, this becomes 7, 2, this becomes 2, 3, 4. I have 1, 5 here, which is 6, and that'd need to be a 1, which doesn't work. This can't be 7. This is 9. Which gives me all the freedom in the world. But I can't put 8 on this line, and I can't put 8 on this line. 8, 7, 6, I don't get down that low. I can't put 8 on this line for various reasons, so this is 8, 7, 6. If I put 5 here, 1, 5, that could be 3. If I make this 1, 2, I don't get high enough. This can't be 1, 2. This is 2, 3, 4. That's clever. And this is 1, 5, which is 6, which means this is the 3, and this is a 1, 2 pair. This is stunning. The 2, 3, 4 looks like making this the 1 and this the 2. This is even. So it's 2, 4, 6, 8. If this is the 7, these are 2 and 4. Which would leave 1 and 3 for the arrows. That's fine. If it's 9... So this 7, 9 stuff is breaking my head. If this is 1, 4, I have to put 2 and 3 on these lines. Oh man, this is breaking my brain. This stuff is really cool. 1 is up here. 2 is up here. 3 is up here. 8 is up here. This can only be from 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. There's something about those box 1 and box 3 that I am not following yet. If this was the 9, these would have to sum to 8. I couldn't use 1, 7. If they were 2, 6, what would be left for the whisper lines? So they'd either be 2, 7 or 3, sorry, they'd sum to 8. So they'd be 2, 6 or 3, 5. Is that important that 5 is in one of these? Can I put 5 on an arrow? 2, 5 doesn't work for the 7 and it doesn't work for the 9. I can never put 5 on an arrow. 5 is in these cells. I can't put 5 on an arrow because the 7 can't have a 5. Oh, hang on. 1, 5. No, that is not true. Because I could go 1, 5, 3, and then 2, 1, 4. 1, 5, 3, 9, and 2, 1, 4. Damn it. I'm wondering if this Renban is forcing that to be the 9. Because I can't put 9 in any of those. So 9 would have to be in one of those two if it's not on the arrow. I can't put 7 in any of those either, but this could be 6, 7. So what's the maximum digit I can put on that arrow? Because the maximum that could sum to is 7. So I can't put a 7 on it. So 7, 8, and 9, or 7 and 9 have to live in these cells. And I can put one of them down here. So 9 can't be there. So 9 is in one of those 4 on that diagonal. 9 could be there. 9 could be there. 9 could be there on that diagonal. They're the only possible places for 9. I can't put 9 on this because if I put 9 on this, it becomes 9, 8, and that breaks that cell. Nine in this row is similarly restricted. It can't go on this, so it's in one of these. No, I'm missing it. Let's get rid of the red. I don't think that's helping me. If this is 1, 2, 4, what can I put on this? I couldn't put 3 on this. So 3 would have to go there because I couldn't put 3 here. So if this was 1, 2, 4, this would be the 3. So I'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This would be the 9, and these would be 5, 6. And then this would be the 9. If this is the 9, well, if this is the 7, this is 1, 2, 4, and this becomes 3, 9. 9, 3, because if this is the 7, this is 1, 2, 4, this becomes 3, 9, because I can't use 3, 8. So if this is the 7, this is the 9, this is the 9, and this is a 3. So if this is the 9, so if this is the 7, this is 3, 9. I'm lost. What are these? They're not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, not 6, 7, 4, 5, 9 only. I am so lost. I feel like if I case this with 1, 2, 4, if this is 1, 4, what does the low digits become 2 and 3, which means these would become 8, 9, because I couldn't use 7. These would be 1, 4, and these would be 5, 6. So this is if this is 7. The other side would then become 9, and these could swap over. I'm just saying the low ones would be 2, 3, and these would be 8, 9. If this was 9, this would then be... No, I don't want to use these, because this could swap directions. These would have to... So I'm just working on these two boxes, which are mirrored each other. This would have to sum to 8. I couldn't use 1, 7. I could use 2, 6. If I use 2, 6, the low digits or the high digits available are 7 and 8, which would mean on the line I'd have to use 1 and 3. So these would be 1, 3, 7, 8. And this all seems fine. 1, 2, 3. These would again be, these would be 4 and 5. That's if that's 2, 6. If this is 3, 5, then the low, I've got more low digits available. I couldn't use 4, I couldn't use 3. So these would be 1, 2, and then 6, 7, or 8. So this is not helping me at all. I don't understand. But this could still be the 2, 4 here. And then the low digits available would be 1 and 3. And the high digit would be from... Oh, wait. The low digits and the high digits must be consecutive. So if this was 2, 4, the low digits available would be 1, 3. And they're not consecutive, but they must be. So this can't be the 1, 2, 4. This is 1, 4, so that the low digits over here can be 2, 3, and that's the 7 and that's the 9. And now the low digit down here, this is the 3, and the only high digit that can go next to it is the 9, and the 9 looks down, making that the 3 and that the 9. There's no 3 here. I didn't... Consecutiveness. Because the low digits available up here now are 2, 3. Now, I don't... They're here or here, and the high digits that must go next to them, because I can't use 8, 9. So these are 2, 3, 8, 9. So these are all 2, 3, 8, 9, and these are 5 and 6. Over here, these must sum to 8. They can't be 1, 7. If they're 2, 6... Actually, no, what I think is broken is if they're 3, 5. Actually, they may not be. If they're 2, 6, then the low digits I've got to put on the line would be 3. I can't put 4 on the line. If these are 2, 6, I don't have 2 consecutive low digits to put on the line, because I can't use 1 and I can't use 4 because I can't put 4 next to a 9. These can't be 2, 6. These are 3, 5. And the 2 consecutive digits, low consecutive digits, I've got a 1 and 2. And then I can use any of 6, 7, and 8. But there must be a 7 on there. And the 7 is not there. There's no 9 there. So there's no 8 there. There's no 7 there. So there's no 6 or 8 there. Nine is in one of these 3. That was brilliant. But I don't understand it yet. There must be a 4 in one of those 2 with either 6 or 8. So these are from 4, 6, 8. Which means I've got 2 even digits in this column already. If 1, 2, 6, 7 or 1, 2, 7, 8. But there's a 3, 5 on this line now. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are a 5, 6 pair. 1, there's no 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I know what these are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are 2, 4, 6, 7. But there must be a 7 on here because there must be a consecutive digit. This is 6, 7, which means there's no 6 or 7 here. The 9 looks down saying that's a 4. There's no 4 here or here. That makes this a 2. There's no 2 here. That 2 looks up saying there's no 2 there. So there's no 3 there because these have to be consecutive. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. The 7 looks down, making that the 6 and that the 7. There's no 6 here. There's no 6 here. There's no 7 here. I can't read these damn pencil marks. These are all even. 9 is in one of those 2. 2 is up here. There's 4 is also up here. Nine is in one of these two now. 9 is not there because of that 9. 9 is not there because of the line. 9 is in one of those two. So 9 is not there. 9 is not on this. So 4 is not on this. So 4 can't be in any of those. So 4 is in one of those. This is a 5-6 pair. Can I do anything with that? Oh man, there's got to be something. This must have 6 or 7. This has got a 6 on it. This line sees 2 7s, 8, and 9. This is 1 6. Which is, again, just enough to be interesting, but not helpful. So now I can't put a 7 on this because it can't go next to an 8 or a 6. So what is this? It can't be 1 2. It could be 2 3 in that order, 3 4 in that order, 4 5 in either order. Can't be 5 6 6 7 7 8 or 8 9. These are the only possibilities. But it means 1 is down here. So we're 6 in this box. It can't be there because these are 2 different digits. So that can't be a 5 or a 6. I can't put 6 in any of those. That's not it. What's the middle digit on this? 3. Of course, it's 2 3 4. That digit is one of those 3. Is that a thing? If this is 2 3, that's 5 3, and 3 is there. If this is 8 9, oh, this 6 is looking up. That's the 1, that's the 6. This is the 5, this is the 6 because of the same 6. These deep purple lines are really hard. There's no 6 here. There's no 6 here. That's close, isn't it? Six is down here, but it still doesn't need to be on the line. Two is in one of those. This could be 2 3 8 9. But if this is 2 3 8 9, the 3 has to go next to the 8 or the 9. No, that doesn't matter the order. Don't need that colouring. One. If this is 2... What's that? It can't be 1 2 3 4. It could be 5, it can't be 6, it could be 7, it can't be 8. So that's 5 7 or 9 only. So 6 is in one of those two. This is beautiful, but I'm not seeing what breaks it open. There must be a 2 or a 4 on here. This is either 2, 3. Can it be 2, 3? If that's a 2, that's a 3. That's a 5, that's a 3. Oh, this 5 does it. That's a 3, that's a 5. There's no 5 here. No 5 here. It doesn't change this at all. That 3 takes 3 out of there, which takes 2 out of there. So 2 is looking down in this box. So 2 is right here. So 2 is now in one of those two cells. Which is cray-cray? And 3 is looking across here. So this is not a 3. Seven is in one of these three, but I don't think that's the trick. Wow, this has been going a bit longer. I was told this would be tricky. I'm going to have an angry missus. Okay, this is again assuming I haven't made a terrible error. Where's 3 in this row? 3, 3. This isn't the 3. This is the 3. So there's a triple in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 5, 9. There's no 5 there. This is a 1 or a 9. 1 is in one of those two, but I already had that. So where's 1 in this row? 1 can't be in any of those or any of those. That's not a 1. That is the 1. So these are the low digits, and this is the 2. So there's no 1 or 2 here. This is 6, 7, 8. The 2 is not telling me anything, but I now know the polarity of these. That's not a 1. Oh, come on. How has that not done it? 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a 5 in one of those two. And the 1, 5 is looking up saying that's not the 5, that's the 5. So this is 2, 4, or 8. And it's not 8. So either that's 8 and that's 9, or that's 8 and this is 6, 7 and that's 4. So if that's 8, 9, 1, 4, 1. Oh, crikey. Wow, this is tricky. This isn't a 2. 2 is in one of these two. The same as 2 is in one of those two. 2 is in one of those two. No, it's not. 2 isn't there. 2 is there. That's the 3. That has to have done something, doesn't it? Because 1, 2, 3, there is a 4 in one of those two. 4, 5, 7, and 9. These are 4, 5, 7, 9. There's no 9 there or there. So these are from 4, 5, 7. Two is right here now, and this is not a 2 because of the 2 looking down. This is a 4, 8 pair. There's no 4 there. This is a 5, 7, 9 triple. That's a 4, which means that's the 1 and that's the 4, which doesn't do much. Except there's no 4 there. This is a 2, 4 pair. Okay. So this is a 6 or a 7. How does this resolve? Seven in this row. And that's probably been there for a since I got this too. I can't put 7 in any of those, and I can't put 7 in any of those because these are known now. That's even. Right, that's a 7. So there's no 7 here. That puts 7 in one of those two, which means I can't put 7 in any of those, and 7 is in one of those 3 with 9. 1 is in one of those. So 1 is right there. I can't put 1 in any of those or any of those. Actually, let's do this. 2 makes that 4, which makes that 3 and that 2. That puts 3 in one of these two. Stuff is starting to fall apart now. But where's 1 in this row? 1 must go here. But now 3 in this column can't go there. So it's not in any of those. It can't go in any of those because the 3 has to be adjacent to the 2. The 3 is in one of those two. That 3 says not there. That becomes a 3. These 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 5, 8, 9. So these are from 2, 5, 8, 9. And there's no 2 there. And there's no 2 there. These are from 5, 8, 9. But I know 9 is in one of those two. That's not enough, is it? Is it this 4, 8 pair, though? Because 4 is in one of those two now. This 4 makes this an 8, which makes this a 4, which means there's no 4 here. This is the 6 or the 8 that isn't on this line. The 4 makes that the 2, which makes that the 8, and now I know that these are the high digits and these are the low digits, which means that's the 3 and that's the 2. And I finally got the full polarity of the puzzle. The 8 looks down, taking the 8 out of those. This is the 5, 9. These are, of course, the low, but I still don't know which way this goes. The 5, no. The 9 makes that the 1. There's no 1 here. The 5 makes that the 9, which makes that the 5, which makes that the 6 and that the 5. The 6 makes that the 7 and this becomes the 9. The 5 looks across, making that the 7, and neither of those is 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 6 and 9 go into those. There's no 1 there. There's no 6 there. The 2 makes that a 4. So this is 6, 7, or 8, and it's not a 6. So this is a 7 or an 8. This is a 7 or an 8. So that's a 7, 8 pair. This is the 6. There's no 6 here. I still only know one of those is a 7. This isn't the 3 in the column. This is the 3. So what is this triple? 4, 8, 9. There's no 9 there. What are they? 6 and 8. I really can't read those. This 9 takes 9 out of there. These dark lines are so bad for solvers. 4, 8, 9. There's no 4 there. So 4 is in one of those two. So what is this? It can't be 1, 2, 3. Can't be 4. Oh, actually, I know what it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm having to count like this because I just can't see the digits. 5 makes that 9, which takes 9 out of there. This becomes 4, 8, which looks up making that 9, which makes that 5. The 9 looks across making that the 6, which makes that the 1 and that the 9. The 1 looks back making that the 5 and that the 1. These are 4, 6, and 8, so this is a 4 or a 6. These are 4, 6, 7. These are now known. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. The 7 makes that the 8 and that the 7. So these are known. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The 5 looks down, making that the 4 and that the 5. This is not the 4. So I know what these are. This is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is the 8. There's no 8 here. So 8 is looking down here. The 2 means this can't be the 6. That's the 7. That's the 8. That's the 6, which looks down, making that the 4, because 2 and 6 are too close to each other. That's the 4. 4 comes out of here. Don't put a 1 in. The 6 looks down, making that the 7 and that the 6. The 7 looks across, making that the 8 and that the 7. The 6 looks across, making that the 8 and that the 6. The 8 looks across, making that the 4 and that the 8. And that is how you solve 1.21 gigawatts by Christounet. Holy cow, that puzzle. I don't think I've ever seen German whisper lines and Renban used quite that way before. That was daunting. And the way that these diagonals were used, realizing that the way these worked, it took me quite a while. Once again, I'm sure there will be comments along the lines of, I solved this in 23 minutes. Sure, great. I didn't. You know my time. It was 44 minutes and 4 seconds. That took me a bit of time to wrap my head around. And once I realized what was going on, that these couldn't be, once I got these 1, 2s, this was forced. I couldn't put the 2, 4 here because then the low digits would be 1, 3 and they're not consecutive. Beautiful. Really, really clear. This 1, 2 resolved which one of these was 7, 9. I've never seen that before. It took me a long time to see, but well worth discovering. One of those wow moments. The only problem at all with this puzzle is reading the pencil marks. Oh well. Thank you, Christounet, for the puzzle. Thank you to the recommenders and everyone. Hope you're enjoying the content. I don't say this often, so please like, subscribe, check out my Patreon. Please feel free to join as a YouTube member where you get to see most of my videos in advance. My Patreon, you can join that for free, where I try and bring Sudoku news when I get it. People don't tend to tell me stuff much at the moment. I don't know if there's just no news going on. It's possible nothing is happening in the Sudoku community. We will, and I'll just try to keep doing what I'm doing. Reach out to me on Discord if you need to, and of course I do stuff over on BremSter games when I can, so that's all sorts of stuff. Thanks everyone for watching, and as always, good luck with your solving.